Hello, I'm Stephanie, and I work at the local IBI clinic. You're Becca. You're a teacher from a local school?
Yes.
Okay, and you have a 7-year-old student who has ASD?
Yes.
Okay, and you've come to seek help for hand washing? Okay, so first, before we get started, I'd just like you to fill out this questionnaire. It's the pre-test questionnaire.
Okay.
If you have any questions, you can ask.
What is backward chaining?
Backwards chaining is what we're going to be using to teach the step of hand washing to your student. So we're going to have all the steps laid out, and we're going to start with fully prompting all the steps except the last one. And when she masters that, then we'll go to the last two. And so eventually the last step that she attempts will be turns on water, and that's the first step of the skill. So we are backwards chaining to wash our hands. Any other questions?
And why is this important?
This is important because backwards chaining is important for teaching a new skill. So your student will be able to remember the previous steps in the equation.
Okay.
Awesome. So after you filled out that, we're going to have you look at the steps. So step 1 is turns on water. Step 2 is rubs hands 3 times under the water. Step 3 is presses soap dispenser with hand underneath. And step 4 is rubs hands with the soap 3 times. Step 5 is turns off water. Step 6 is gets the paper towel. Step 7 is dry 3 times with the paper towel. And step 8 would be the first step she's doing independently, and that will be throwing it in the garbage. When she does that 3 days in a row, saying yes, she did it, you can move on to she does step 7 and 8 alone. And so we're moving up from the end of this skill to the beginning of the skill. So I would like to go to the bathroom and we can try it. I'm going to be fully prompting you through skills 1 through 7, and then on the skill 8, you're going to be doing it independently. So fully prompting is when I fully physically have my hands over your hands, and we will be going through turning on water and rubbing the soap. So if you don't mind, we'll go to the bathroom and we can start. Alright, so we're going to start by fully physically prompting turning on the water. Then we're going to fully physically put soap on. And then we're going to rub 3 times. Rub 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to fully physically rub 3 times under the water. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to fully physically turn off the tap. And then we're going to fully physically get the paper towel. And we're going to fully physically dry 1, dry 2, dry 3. Time to throw it in the garbage. Good job! So since I modeled for you, now it's your turn to rehearse washing hands.
Okay.
So you can fully physically prompt me to wash my hands.
Okay. Fully physically open the tap. Fully physically put your hand in the water. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've done the first 2 steps.
Awesome, I like how you're using your checklist. Fully physically using the soap.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to turn. 1, 2.
Alright, now make sure you check off what you've done.
And then throw it in the garbage. Good job!
Thank you! Alright, so we're going to head back to our table to discuss. So, after they complete the skill independently, you would reinforce. So you would say, good job, and you would give them either a silly game or an edible they would like. Is there an edible you like?
Chocolate.
You like chocolate. What does your student like?
Chocolate.
Awesome. So after, in the bathroom, after we independently threw out the paper towel, I would give you praise and I would say, good job, you threw it out by yourself. Have a chocolate. Awesome. That was very well done. I really liked how you checked off each step after completing it. So the checklist is here for you to take home and for you to take to school, for you to use this while you implement your program. So it will be recommended that you read over the checklist and that you always have it with you while you're implementing the program. So the only feedback I would have for you would be to ensure that you're checking the steps off after step 1, complete. Check off step 2, complete. I see that you checked off 2 steps at once, but sometimes with longer skills that can get confusing. So just to eliminate that problem, I would check off each skill. Turns on water, check. Rubs hands, check. I would check off each skill right after. But other than that, you did a really, really good job. So we went through the instructions. I had explained what backwards chaining was. Then I went and modeled washing my hands, and then you rehearsed practicing on me, and then I gave you feedback. So we just went through the behavior skills training of backwards chaining. And now we're going to go over the performance checklist. So this is a checklist for myself to make sure I taught you the steps, and it's a checklist for you to take, and you can ensure that you're teaching your student the steps.
Okay.
So step 1 was complete the pre-questionnaire, which you completed. So you would circle yes. Step 2 is reads over steps for hand washing, which we did. Step 3 is reads over handout for backwards training, which we did. Gathers edible reinforcers that are easily accessible and easy to carry with you. So chips or chocolates in a little baggie would be very easy to keep in your pocket.
Okay.
So we gathered our chocolate. Step 5 makes a small list about 5 to 7 silly social games or reinforcers that can be delivered immediately after they complete the steps independently. So this could be tickles or a silly song they like. So when you're delivering it to your student, you'll make a list of 5 to 7 silly games. So yes, we did that. Step 6, goes to bathroom with learner and issues the SD. Time to wash our hands. Alright, so we didn't issue, so that was my fault. I didn't issue time to wash our hands. So it's important that when you're implementing with your student, you issue time to wash our hands. So she knows that that's the skill we're doing. Fully physically prompts learner to turn on water. Yes, we did. Fully physically prompts learner to rub hands underwater. Yes. We fully physically prompts the learner to press the soap dispenser with hands underneath the soap. Yes, we did. We fully physically prompted the learner to rub hands after soap was on hands. Yes, we did. We fully physically prompted the learner to get the paper towel. Yes. We fully physically prompted the learner to turn off the water. Yes. Fully physically prompted learner to dry hands 3 times with paper towel. Indeed, we did. And then we issued the SD, time to throw the paper towel in the garbage, so they can associate that that is the skill they're completing right now. And yes, we did. And we allowed the learner to independently throw the paper towel in the garbage, which you did. And then we delivered social reinforcement or an edible reinforcer immediately after the learner throws the paper towel in the garbage. And so we didn't do that because I didn't have the chocolate with me. So when you implement this with your student, you should ensure that you have the chocolate with you so you can deliver it as soon as possible after they do the step. Now, do you have any questions after going through the checklist?
No, it was very thorough.
Awesome. I think you are ready to implement the program with your student. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me. Since you can email me with any questions, but I'll see you next week for our training during lunch hour.
Okay.
I'll see you 3 times a week, as we agreed on next week. And the following week, I'll see you again 3 times a week during your lunch hour.
Okay.
And on the 4th week of our training, we're going to have your student come in from her lunch hour, and she's actually going to start to learn the steps, and you're going to start to implement the program. So that's the last week of our training, and that's where I kind of step back, and I can watch you implement the program.
Okay.
And I can start giving you more feedback, and you can start using the checklist and implementing the program with your student. But if you do have any questions in between now and our next session, you can email me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.